Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
We've got some shockwaves in the space community today, folks. The White House has just released a budget blueprint that's sending NASA reeling. According to sources, the agency is facing major cuts of over $6 billion, which is roughly 25% of its overall budget. That's a huge chunk of change, and it's going to have significant implications for NASA's future plans. The biggest hits are coming from NASA's Space Science, Earth Science, and Mission Support divisions. These departments were responsible for some of the agency's most ambitious projects, including the Artemis moon program. The SLS rocket and Orion spacecraft, which were meant to be the centerpiece of this effort, are now slated to be phased out after just 2 more flights. The Artemis moon program was all about returning astronauts to the lunar surface, with plans to establish a permanent base camp on the moon before heading out to Mars. But that's not going to happen anytime soon. The SLS rocket, which had been criticized for being years behind schedule and billions of dollars over budget, is no longer in the picture. Instead, President Trump's budget blueprint calls for NASA to focus its efforts on beating China back to the moon and putting the first human on Mars. Sounds ambitious, right? Well, it looks like the agency will be taking a more streamlined approach to get there. The planned Lunar Gateway space station is also being canceled, which means that future missions to the moon and beyond will have to look elsewhere for their hub. Now, let's talk about who might benefit from these changes. Companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and United Launch Alliance are already major players in the aerospace industry, so it's no surprise they're positioning themselves for a potential windfall. SpaceX, in particular, has been making some big moves lately, with Elon Musk's vision for a human settlement on Mars gaining momentum. But here's the thing, NASA's cuts aren't just about who gets the money. They're also about what happens to the agency itself. We've heard from insiders that this budget proposal is going to require some tough choices and significant lifestyle changes. The agency-wide email that came out today makes it clear that NASA employees will have to persevere, stay resilient, and adapt to a new reality. So what's next for NASA? Will these cuts be enough to shift the agency's focus towards Mars? Only time will tell. One thing's for sure, this is going to be an interesting ride. And we'll be here every step of the way, bringing you all the latest news and updates from the world of space exploration. At NASA News Network, we're committed to keeping you informed about what's happening in the space community. From budget proposals to breakthrough discoveries, we've got your back. Stay tuned for more on this developing story, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for all the latest news on space exploration.